and never followed comprehensively. Because you see, how is it? Just ask yourself a very basic question. All Saints Cathedral is in the capital city of our country. How can people beat up thugs, criminals, beat up people to even into All Saints Cathedral in the capital city of our country? How can that happen? I don't understand whether our leaders have a sense of shame. No, it is very humiliating for our country to see those kinds of things we are seeing. Because we can have political differences will not end, even after the elections next year. We are a democracy. We will always argue. We will always have differences of opinion. But we should manage ourselves responsibly. That is not the way to manage a country. Now we are scaring investors. We are scaring people who like to put resources in our country. How on earth are we going to generate employment if we don't manage these things? And you cannot tell me, I have been a minister of security, you cannot tell me that the elaborate security infrastructure we have in the country does not know what is going on. Somebody is looking the other way. And that nonsense is going on around. So what Kenya needs, and I keep going back to this, and as Kenyans, we go to elections next year, what this country needs is decisive courage to clean up this mess so that our country goes back to what it's supposed to be. Because in this day and age, how can you have people with rungus running around in the capital city of our country? And how do you hope to attract investors and people to come and put resources in your country, visitors, and so on? And what crime have they done? Just to discuss a bill, which is before Parliament, that is going to their elected representatives. I mean, even if you have serious problems with comprehension, don't you see we have a problem? And that's why we are saying that I want us to go over these things very slowly. Our leaders need to understand they're getting us to a point where we don't want to go to, and no Kenyan wants to go there. And there is no amount of political difference that will justify that kind of behavior. I mean, so what? You will have your own view, I'll have my own view, we are in different parties, and you are Kenyan, and you have a right to disagree. So these are the issues that we have, and this insecurity has to be addressed. If it's not addressed, I've said this before, and mark my words, most of these leaders here, Kinakioni and the others, are experienced politicians. The countries that have gone down the dogs have started like this.
And maybe, sir, maybe could be this they are doing this by design, maybe prior to the general election.
It is by design to cause fear. It is by design to intimidate Kenyans and to begin to instill fear so that people don't express themselves. I was in Kisii last week. The kind of madness going on there is shocking. Elected leaders, an elected leader like an MCA, elected, is attacked by thugs in broad daylight. 7 days later, when I went to see him in Osto, the county police commander had not been there. 7 days later, and all that is happening at the county headquarters. What would the county commander be doing better than going to see that guy who has been attacked, who is in Osto, and looking for those thugs? In a small place like that, do you want to actually tell me that our police service with its capacity cannot root out this? Ask me, I was the minister before. This is nothing. I mean, we have a very elaborate security infrastructure in the country, from Yumbakumi, assistant chiefs, all the way sub-county security committees, county security committees, regional security committees. We have sufficient capacity to deal with this. The fact that it's not being dealt with is deliberate.
Thank you. His Excellency.